Please click like and subscribe down below because this helps others to find us on YouTube. Today's lesson is lesson number 202. This is our second lesson in Review 6 under the umbrella of I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. Today's lesson is a review of lesson 182. I will be still an instant and go home. Let's read today's lesson. Why would I choose to stay an instant more where I do not belong when God Himself has given me His voice to call me home? Can you hear God's voice calling you, my friends? Are you recognizing more and more often when you're caught up in the thinking of the ego? When things are upsetting you, maybe you've gone into the past or you're going into the future, you're not staying in the holy instant. We can be still an instant and we can hear God's voice calling us home. Let's take a quick look back at lesson 182. This lesson is reminding us that the world of the ego is not our home. In my counseling practice, it's very common for people to tell me that they always felt like an alien here on earth. We actually all feel that way because the truth is that this earth is not our home. Heaven is our home. When we turn away from the world of the ego and accept that we are God's beautiful, beloved children, we come home to God. We come home to the truth of who we are. We learn to see this world through the eyes of love and recognize that this is home. This lesson talks about how each and every one of us are truly a child of God. Reading from paragraph 4. Yet there is a child in you who seeks his father's house and knows that he is alien here. This childhood is eternal, with an innocence that will endure forever. Where this child shall go is holy ground. It is his holiness that lights up heaven and that brings to earth the pure reflection of the light above, wherein are earth and heaven joined as one. Let's talk about it. When I read this lesson, it makes me think of the beauty of a brand new baby. We cannot look at that baby without seeing its innocence, without seeing its perfection, without seeing its holiness. This is who we are, my friends. That has never changed. We are, every one of us, beautiful, pure, innocent, and holy. We are God's beautiful, beloved children. Paragraph 5 says, it is this child in you your Father knows as His own Son. It is this child who knows his Father. He desires to go home so deeply, so unceasingly, his voice cries unto you to let him rest a while. This is you, and this is me. Do you have any trouble accepting this as being the truth of who you are, my friends? I encourage you to just sit in prayer and ask God to help you feel how deeply loved you are. Let's go back to lesson 202. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. I will be still an instant and go home. We cannot get there unless we take the time to sit quietly in meditation. Our practice periods consistently asks us to do our practice first thing in the morning when we wake up. We get still, we read the lesson, we meditate on it, we start our day off by coming home to God, and we carry this awareness with us throughout the day, on the hour, often in between, and especially when something is upsetting us. We get into the habit of coming back to these lessons, of stating the idea for the day, and coming back for an instant. The Course calls it the holy instant, where we remember who we are in God. We remember that we are God's beautiful, beloved children. We get still for an instant, and we come home to God. And then at the end of the day, just before we go to sleep, we read or listen to the entire lesson again. This is so that these ideas sink into our subconscious while we're sleeping. The benefit of that is we have deep and restful sleeps and happy dreams. If you would like to close your eyes, I'll read the prayer, then we'll discuss it, and we'll read it one more time at the end of today's lesson. Why would I choose to stay an instant more where I do not belong, when God Himself has given me His voice to call me home? Let's talk about it. Are you going to stay an instant more in the world of the ego, my friend? Are you going to allow yourself to go down that rabbit hole of sadness, depression, resentment, upset, anger of any kind? Are you still needing to judge others? Are you still needing to make yourself feel better by making others feel small? None of those things works. None of those things are going to bring us peace, joy, and happiness. Only by being still an instant, only by coming back to God, only by listening to God's voice calling us home, coming back to that place of deep, deep rest in God, are we going to find God's beautiful peace, joy, and happiness. This is a promise, my friends. It is true. You can count on it. I would like to read the entire lesson one more time if you would like to close your eyes. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. I will be still an instant and go home. Why would I choose to stay an instant more where I do not belong when God Himself has given me His voice to call me home? I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. Thanks so much for listening right until the end. If you enjoyed today's video, please share the love. Tell someone about these videos. Encourage them to start at lesson 1 and only do one lesson a day. Are you ready for our special treat? I will be still an instant and go home. Come home to God today, my friends. I love you.